Hey, what's up, Stringlings? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dual Phase Junior from Artisanal Effects. Let's check it out. Before we begin, we are into the last week of the Great Canadian Pedalboard for 2025. I am about to start rigging this thing up for delivery so we can do our big draw on Canada Day. That's in a little over a week. And to celebrate, I am wearing the most Canadian garb I own, which is from Kopke613.com. They're not a sponsor, but by all means check them out. I'll throw a link down in the description just for fun. In the meantime, let's talk about where we're at. So we've covered a lot of pedals over the last few weeks, looked at a lot of demos, heard some sound stuff, and I think, you know, we've got a pretty banging board going on. We've also looked at the second and third place prizes, which, I mean, they're fantastic prizes. So any way you slice it, somebody's going to win something really cool. And I'm really looking forward to getting these things out into the hands of the players across this country. Thank you, everybody, so much for being part of this contest. We really need to shine a light on how amazing our homegrown pedal building community actually is. And today, we're going to be taking a look at the Dual Phase Junior from Artisanal Effects. I've got one down here on the board. This is actually the one that's going on the big board. And as usual, we're going into the Sunrise from MayFly. And I'm really looking forward to playing this one for you because it's really cool. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a rundown on why you would even want a phaser. You've got a chorus, you've got a tremolo. What are you going to do with a phaser or a flanger or a modulated delay or like all these other things going on your board? Well, phasers are sort of a special niche in that they kind of do this high to low sweep, but it's not as aggressive as a flanger. And it actually just adds some body, some depth, and some richness to the tone of your guitar playing. Now you can make these things really aggressive. You can crank up the speed of the waves and get something that's really close to like a almost like an organ tremolo effect, or you can slow them down and just have them not even really noticeable, but whatever you choose to do with them. This one actually happens to have two channels, so you've got a couple that you can blend as well. Whatever you choose to do with them, it's really handy pedal to have because you can color all sorts of things and just really thicken up that kind of ambient sound that you've got going on your board. Let's go down and check it out, and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. The Artisanal Effects Dual Phase Junior is a smaller, more compact version of their double phase or double phaser, which is in itself is a clone of the Lovetone Doppelganger, sort of a classic analog phaser sound, obviously with a little bit of its own design. Artisanal Effects does some really fantastic kind of modernized versions of classic effects, and today we're going to be running through the Sunrise with some reverb on just to give it a little bit of ambience. And as I said in the introduction, phaser pedals are sort of a unique way to color your tone. This one, you can see two fairly simple switch setup here. There's a bypass and then the dual LFO switch, which kind of triggers more of the complex topography that's happening over on this side. The blend knob really is just kind of your dry to mixed signal, so you can blend in how much of the effect you want. Across the top there is a dry output if you wanted to run two different speaker setup. There also are two expression pedal connections here, which will run the rates here. So the LFO1 and the LFO2 are run separately by expression pedals. This is going in the back row of the pedal board itself. So if you do have expression pedals, you will have space to link those up if you wanted to make that happen. Now you can see there's a rate already going here with the phase on, and the phaser itself is not on. So we've just got some clean ambient tone. When we switch this on, you'll see the blend knob is all the way down. soon as we pull this up to about 12 o'clock, it'll start mixing in. All right, and we'll pull this all the way maxed out. This is full effect. And it's starting to distort the signal just a little bit, so we'll back off a tiny bit. It's just putting too much into the front of the amplifier. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to play with some knobs and switches, and we'll see what it sounds like. So that is the Dual Phase Junior from Artisanal Effects. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I happen to really like this one. I mean, I wouldn't have put it on the grand prize board if I didn't. But what a great effect! Lots of things going on, lots of options. You know me, I love having pedals that you can adapt to all kinds of situations and all kinds of scenarios. And I think this one really fits that bill nicely. So you can set this up to do all kinds of things across a wide variety of genres. Again, just a really handy pedal to have. I've got a phaser, on my one of my gig boards, and I love it. So it's not just there as a special weirdo effect; it just really helps with the thickening of the tones. So let me know what you think down in the description. If you want to win this pedal, you've got to be in the contest. So everybody in Canada, get down there, click the link, get into the contest. Do the steps. There's not a lot of steps, but do the steps. Make sure that you are fully registered and fully subscribed, because I can't contact you if I don't have your email. So all of that needs to be above board. And in the meantime, make sure that you like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member of the channel if you want to, and check out all of our sponsors. I'm going to start listing the entire sponsorship list down below so that you make sure that you are able to find every single one of them every single time. And that's it for today. I'm going to be back, and I'm going to be just doing a bunch of these intros and outros just in one shot, so I can only shoot pedal demos and cut them over the next few days, because we've only got a week left in this contest, and we're almost finished. We're almost finished with the pedals that are on the board, and some of them are utility pedals. They won't really get demos, but I'll talk about them anyway. So again, make sure you're liked and subscribed, make sure you enter the contest, and I will see you again really soon.